Hello and welcome to the Africa Bankers Awards of 2024 held here in Nairobi, Kenya. It was an event out to celebrate the trailblazers in the financial landscape in Africa, with some of the best ideas and transformative innovations were awarded in a gala that was filled with pomp and color. This event did see some of the key speakers make very weighty matters on their speeches. We also managed to capture some of the winners and what they had to say upon receiving their awards. Here now is that event.
Africa, 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 hey. Africa, Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege to welcome all of you to the 18th edition of the African Banker Awards. As we say here in Kenya, Karibu. And tonight we gather to honor the stars of our African banking community right here in the greatest city in Africa, Nairobi. Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite the publisher of African Banker magazine and the MD of IC Publications and host of the award ceremony, Omar Ben Yedda, to kick things off.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. It's great to have all of you here tonight. And I'm delighted to be welcoming you to the 18th edition of the African Banker Awards here in Kenya. It's strange to be here at the podium, to be honest, because really I'm amongst friends here. And what I've learned over the past 20 years or so, I've learned speaking to you and also covering the activities of your institutions and the institutions that are here tonight. But I am happy to be here in Kenya for a number of reasons. First of all, it's leadership. And we've got a number of leaders here tonight. But Kenya has shown leadership in financial services, especially in the past year. There are three particular events that I can relate to other than this one. One's been the IDI replenishment, which took place, I think, only last month, and which will be crucial for concessionary finance and financing of low-income countries on the continent. So we appreciate that lead role, and we'll help you take that lead role as well for the African Development Bank's ADF financing. Another event was obviously the groundbreaking climate summit that held last year, which actually got a unified voice for Africa, which is something that is rare and we need to work harder at. And lastly, President Ruto's support, alongside those of Zambia and Ghana, for the African Alliance for Multilateral Financial Institutions, and that's been instrumental. We need to support our banks, we need to support our own institutions, and we know how important it is to own our own capital if we are to own our own development. So thank you, President Ruto. Thank you, Kenya. That's fantastic, and we do appreciate leadership, and we need more of it on the continent.
Your Excellency, the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury for Kenya, and the Chairperson of the Boards of Governors of the African Development Bank Group, all excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as they say in some places, all protocols observed. It is my pleasure to be here tonight for the 18th edition of the African Bankers Awards. In the 11th year that the awards are taking place on the sidelines of the annual meetings of the African Development Bank Group, starting with our annual meetings in Arusha back in 2012, through Ahmedabad in India, Busan in South Korea, Abidjan, where our headquarters are based, and last year in Egypt. Now, out of the 18 years, this is my 8th year of hosting and sponsoring the African Bankers Awards. So I've tried. This shows the breadth of the bank group's footprint and the extent of our partnerships and impact on the continent and beyond. The banking and financial services industry has been a key partner of the bank, and as we deploy even more capital across the continent, we see banks and the private sector in general as important allies and stakeholders. So we hope to work more closely together. As we will hear over the next few days, the African Development Bank Group has collaborated with many of the attendees here tonight. The development financial institutions, the institutions that develop new instruments to accelerate funding, and also the commercial banks here today. Growing this ecosystem is an important part of our strategy, and we hope that we will engage with you all more closely. We do see that one of our bank's strengths is our convening power. And just for that, let me blow your mind that about 11,000 people registered for the annual meetings in Nairobi. In the 8 years I've been Secretary General of the bank group, that is the highest I've ever seen, and that tells you about our convening power.
It's time to start the 2024 edition of the African Banker Awards. Our first award of the night is for Sustainable Bank of the Year. Please welcome on stage to hand the win a global deal maker, Zem Negatu, and judge of the African Banker Awards.
I'm one of the judges. Even me, I don't know who wins, please, to be honest with you. So I think only Omar knows who wins. But the Sustainable Bank of the Year, I mean, you know the importance of sustainability, right? Right? And we all agree it's critical. We can't just be focusing on making money, but we also have to be inclusive. That's what this is all about.
And the winner?
And the winner is... Suspense, the first one, right? Oh my God. Standard Bank Group.
Thank you very much. We're off to a great start. The second award of the night, Deal of the Year Award, Infrastructure. Please welcome Fleur Chibota, Chief of Staff at Africa 50, to present this award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have the pleasure and the honor to give the prize for the Infrastructure Deal of the Year. And there are actually two winners this year. So the first one is for the 1.762 billion Tanzania Railways, the government of Tanzania. And there are two winners. It's the African Export-Import Bank and Standard Chartered Bank.
Our third award is for Agriculture Deal of the Year. Who better to present this than a very good friend, Dr. Agnes Kalibata, the president of AGRA.
And the winner is the Deal of the Year in Agriculture. First of all, thank you for doing this. 400 million Evergrow for specialized fertilizers, National Bank of Egypt.
The fourth award goes to the Deal of the Year, but within equity. This award will be presented by Ayodele Popola, the Chief Operating Officer at GT Bank.
The Deal of the Year equity goes to Rothschild for the $1.1 billion investment into Mopani Copper Mines, PLC, by International Resources Holding. Thank you.
So we've talked about Deal of the Year on the equity side. Let's talk about Deal of the Year on the debt side. Please welcome Chinelo Anohu, whom all of you will know from the Africa Investment Forum, a flagship event that is helping accelerate deal flow on the continent.
Thank you very much. Yes, we're constantly dealing, and I'm very happy and proud to announce the winner for this category, the 774 million Project Strata UK EF-backed loan to support FERA and the Republic of Senegal in its nationwide road program, MUFG Bank. Congratulations.
Warm round of applause, please. Some fantastic work happening across the continent. We have 5 awards to go. The 6th award, we cannot stress how important this award is. Affirmative Finance Action for Women in Africa, the AFAWA Award. Please welcome on stage Dr. Beth Dunford, the Vice President for Agriculture, Human and Social Development at African Development Bank, to tell us more about the AFAWA initiative and to announce the winner.
AFAWA aims to close the $49 billion gap that women entrepreneurs face in financing. So we're working with a growing coalition of partners. AGF is one of our key partners that's really driving this effort forward. Thank you, AGF. And what we're doing really is to work, on the one hand, to help women become bankable, help them enter the formal financial space, help them with TA, mentoring, networking, and connection to finance. And then on the other hand, which is equally important, if not more, we're working to make banks womenable. And we do that by de-risking finance, de-risking a perceived risk of lending to women-owned SMEs. We are working to support outreach to find the network of women SMEs who need finance, and developing products that really suit the needs of women-owned SMEs. So far, we're working with 169 financial institutions across 43 countries in Africa. And in 2 years, we've dispersed $720 million to over 18,000 women-owned SMEs. And the AFAWA Bank of the Year, in just 3 years, increased their women-owned SME customer base by 23%. And they designed financial packages specifically designed for women, the SUPA Women program. And the winner goes to Century World Bank Development Bank Limited.
A few years ago, fintech was a buzzword. Today, it's the title of the next award. Our next category is Fintech of the Year. To present this award, I'd like to call up on stage one of Africa's fastest financial service groups, Vista Group.
And the winner is Flutterwave.
Flutterwave. Our next award is pretty interesting. The African Banker Icon. This one is interesting because the awards committee gives this award to someone who's helping transform banking on the continent. Please welcome on stage Viviana Yeda, the Director General of the East African Development Bank and a past winner of the African Banker Awards. Vivienne?
It's my singular honor and pleasure to be able to present this award, which is the African Banker Icon Award. The winner of this year's African Banker Icon Award is a brilliant economist who has contributed to elevating African research to new heights. These are contributions that have significantly shaped the understanding of Africa's economic landscape, fostering a greater appreciation of the region's unique dynamics and potential for growth. It is my pleasure to announce Ms. Razia Khan, as this year's African banker icon, Razia Khan.
The next award goes to some of the individuals who take a lot of anxiety medicine. Finance Minister of the Year. Please welcome back on stage Vincent Namiele, Secretary General of the African Development Bank.
This year's winner is a highly respected economist, an exceptional leader who has shown extraordinary dedication to policy making in his country. The winner of the 2024 Minister of Finance of the Year award is from Namibia, His Excellency, Mr. Nipumbo Shimi.
It is an honor to stand before you today to accept this prestigious award on behalf of Honorable Ipumbu Shimi, the Minister of Finance and Public Enterprises of Namibia. Minister Shimi deeply regrets that he cannot be here in person to receive this award. He has asked me to convey his heartfelt gratitude and appreciation.
We're now on our 10th award. This award stands between us and dinner. The Lifetime Achievement Award. Please welcome on stage Omar Ben Yeda and former Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mary Okello, to present the Lifetime Achievement Award.
And this year's Lifetime Achievement Award is someone who I've followed since 2007. So he took a tier 3 bank in Nigeria to become a global leader today. And when I say global, it's really global. It's got a footprint, not just on the continent, but beyond. And really what he's managed to do over those years, and then throughout his career also as an asset manager and also in philanthropy, is nothing short of extraordinary. So it's my great pleasure, Mary, for you to present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award.
And the winner is Mr. Aigoboje Imoku Mukwede.
I kind of asked myself, honestly, what has this quest been all about? What has this journey been all about? And I'll tell you, it's simply that we Africans must own our own capital. Thank you, and God bless.
Now, to present this award for Best SME Bank of the Year, please allow us to welcome our category sponsor, UBA.
And the winner is EcoBank.
The next award is for the best regional banks in Africa. All right, I'd like to call Najib Ben Yeda, Director at IC Publications, to make these presentations one by one.
Regional Bank, Southern Africa, Mauritius Commercial Bank. Regional Bank, East Uganda Development Bank.
Uganda Development Bank, congratulations.
Regional Bank, West Africa. United Bank for Africa. UDB.
Le masque que je nourris au village ne peut jamais me faire envie.
All right, let's move on to the 13th category, DFI of the Year. To present this award, please welcome Manuel Moses, CEO of Atidi.
I pity the judges, and the winner is
Badea.
The next category is a Trade Finance Award. I would like to call on stage Aisha.
And the award goes to Access Bank.
The next category is for the Central Bank Governor of the Year. Central Bank Governor of the Year. I would like to call on stage Hanan Morsi, Deputy Executive Secretary and Chief Economist at the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA.
It's a great honor and a pleasure to announce this year's Central Bank Governor Award receiver, which is the Central Bank Governor of Kenya.
Congratulations. We now come to the penultimate award, that of African Banker of the Year. African Banker of the Year, Atmasu Tadese. Let's get to the final award. The final award of the evening is the African Bank of the Year.
So the winner, Afrexim Bank.
We won the award tonight for Sustainable Bank of the Year. And for us, this is a very proud moment because our motto as a bank is Africa is our home, we drive her growth. And I think sustainability is a core part of that philosophy for us. So there were a bunch of our other competitors who were nominated for this award, and we were very proud to be in such a esteemed company and to have our work recognized by the African Banker Awards.
So my name is Ankit Khandelwal. I am from MUFG Bank. And the deal we won was Deal of the Year Debt category. In terms of what it means for the whole team at the bank, as well as the EPC and all the other stakeholders involved, I think this was more than 2 years of hard work where we had to look at an existing structure with UKEF, adapt that to make it work for the specific project. The structure was very unique, it's never been implemented, and we are very hopeful that the benefits of the deal will be recognized and it can be replicated in a number of countries across the continent.
Yes, we are very happy for the award. Receiving it, of course, among so many African countries. It is an honor. Receiving it on behalf of my Minister Ipumbu Shiming, the Minister of Finance and Public Enterprises in Namibia.
It means a whole lot, not only to me, but to the 1,800 or so staff members of World Bank, starting by from our chairman, Mr. Mazar Raouji, all the way down to our CEO, Mr. Mustafa Raouji, and the board, and also the full body of staff members who have been working for 22 years.
My message to the Global South and Global North is also a message to the global youth, because Africa is the continent of the youth and the future will be in the hand of the youth. So we are here to support the youth, and indeed Badea, the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, puts youth at the center of its strategy, and we are here to develop the talent and to contribute to unleashing the potential of the African youth.
Finally, what's your message to other regional central bankers who are grappling with the headwinds that East Africa continues to face?
Yes, I think it's not to delay taking those strong measures, because the longer you delay, the more you'll have to take stronger measures. So I think the earlier you can take those measures, the better for your economy.
As we bring down the curtains on our coverage for the Africa Bankers Awards, it is an event that is reflected on some of the key milestones that African entrepreneurs continue to make with their transformative ideas and solution-oriented leadership. Well, it has been a pleasure bringing you the entire journey right here from Nairobi, Kenya's capital, on CNBC Africa. Until next time, my name is Abi Agina. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.